General Evaluator, my fellow Toastmasters, and Abhishek in particular. What an amazing speech it was today. All the speeches were of top notch. We start off with Abhishek's speech, and I'd like to summarize his speech in 3 S's. Story started with a humor. So his speech was full of humor where he split the audience into laughter. Second S was all about stories of struggle. He took us through his struggle in his life, how it shaped him what he is today. And third, and the most cherry on it, was special interests. So there were multiple special interests that you have been having in your life. It can be singing, sport, and running, which you have incorporated very recently. And along with that, your speech had a lot of great transitions among its speech. If I had to categorically evaluate your speech, since family was the bonding in your life, I'd like to evaluate your speech in the form of FAMILY. So F stood for free flow of words. So you had greater command over words in your speech and you are able to narrate the entire speech with a free flow. Slight area of improvement, like which I can suggest, like audience eye contact. You had a good eye contact towards left and right, but basically you focus at the front row. People at the back row also required slight attention. M stands for movement on stage. So there were a lot of movement back and forth on the stage which slightly distracted people. When you move very vigorously, the message's importance gets lost. The I stands for immense clarity. So you had an immense clarity of what is the message in each of the transition of your speech, what you wanted to convey, and it was very well delivered. L, language. You have a great command over the language, which was very much evident when you use the language free flow. It can be in your school days, in your scientific experience, or all the challenges or the hobbies what you went through. And to top it all, the Y, the youthful energy, the way you ended your speech with the song says all it. So you have embarked on the journey of pathways by your first speech. And I'm sure with this top gear start of your speech, you're going to take it to greater heights. I wish you all the best for your forthcoming speeches, and I'm sure you'll reach the top notch in this speech.
Yes, thank you, Vijay Kalpatri, for that family packed evaluation. I've had the good fortune of knowing Abhishek for a few months. He joined the club earlier, again he's rejoined. And what little I know, the gentleman is a peace-loving person. You said that he split the audience with his humor. I think you meant the audience were in splits. Okay. He's a quite peace-loving person. Moving on to the second speech, we had exuberant Vishal. And to evaluate Vishal's speech, my request was Shravan to please give you a round of applause for Shravan, please.
Thank you, Mr. GD, fellow Toastmasters and Toastmaster Vishal in particular. Now, your speech was titled Statement, and what a statement it was. It was a statement of poise and confidence. It was a statement of good humor and also good ambitions. You started in a very unusual way, where the Toastmaster gave a brief introduction, and then you had an introduction held by the Sergeant at Arms in the background, and then you introduced yourself in the speech. So it was unusual in that regard, and it was something new for all of us, for a person with icebreaker speech. So good on that. What were your strengths? Your strength was, of course, your presence on stage, your confidence, and the sense of humor. You also had a good use of props. You had a board where you had S-E electronic, and you interpreted it in terms of a software engineer or self-employed, and you could also build a story around it. It was good in that regard, and there are a few areas where you could improve. You had various strengths, as I said, like you had good stage presence and good confidence, good humor, good suspense as well on why that phrase is written on, after your name. But maybe what you do is learn how to mix it. You have good voice modulation as well. So mixing it all up in a nice way will definitely help in going a long way. And it was a good speech, and wish you all the very best, not only for your further speeches, but also for your objective of innovative planning. It was an innovative speech.
Thank you, Shaman. Varun, when you said it was unusual, after about 8-10 seconds, then you said good. So I was very scared about the speaker. I can see the speaker nodding. So our intentions are good, but it scares the speaker. It was unusual. Good. Okay. So you say that, my friend, it was unusual, but it was amazingly different. Intentions of it sounds. That's one area. Fine. Thank you so much. Moving on, third and final speaker, Arkham, and I request Jose Paul to please give a round of applause for Jose Paul, please.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. For a Toastmasters, dear guests, and Akib in particular, there are two main aspects in this project. One is researching and one is presenting. Now let me first come to the presenting part of it and the various criteria that influences the presentation of this project. One, clarity. I think you were very clear. You had this conversational style, I think, that connects very well with the audience. That was very well done. Coming to vocal variety, you were very clearly audible to the audience without even a mic. Now coming to the speed part of it, I think you are a bit on the faster side. And there I think pauses can really help, because when you give a pause in a speech, it helps the audience absorb whatever you say, and especially your speech on data would really help. And you had 1 more minute left because your speech ended at 6 minutes. And you have a good presence on stage, and that's a great advantage. And you are very at ease with the audience here as well. Now coming to the research part, you obviously did some research. You talked about the 2 phases of learning, the 2 approaches to career growth, and examples of successful leaders who had MBA degrees. And towards the end of the speech, you had some data on the percentage of managers having college data. But I thought for a speech which has research as a very main aspect, I thought it was lacking so much in data, and that amounts to having dosa without chutney, possibly. And I think data, when you have your speech back with data in a topic like this, it will be very convincing for the audience, and it will help them buy the speech better. So that was something that you could possibly incorporate. And one thing I liked very much is when you used Speechcraft to emphasize the point of how an MBA program could put a person on a fast track to success in the business world. I think that was very well done. All the very best for your next speech. And what do you tell?
Jose, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, he did. Perhaps there's room for a little more data or data, some say. Yes. Having said that, I thought he had 2 crucial points of data: 89%, 94%. I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Correct. Those 2 the areas I don't know what it was, the degrees and the billionaires. Correct. So those are 2 crucial data points. Perhaps there's room for a little more. Again, over flooding with data could kind of, might not resonate with the audience. So it was there. Another crucial aspect, does the project say so has to be organized well? When you read the guidelines, I heard research and organization. So you did organize, I thought the speaker organized it well. Perhaps in this case, the first bit where it doesn't go well, people don't have a degree and they don't do well in life. And the second bit where they have the degree and then they really fast-pace their growth. So, because remember, audience group what's at the end. I thought that bit you could have suggested to the speaker. That's what I felt as an audience. Joe Spot. After that, we had the break. I'm not sure, time manager, how long was the break, the networking break?
10 minutes, 5 seconds.
10 minutes and 5 seconds. Too good, my friend. Very nice. And the committee doing a wonderful job answering all the doubts, queries, questions of members, of the guests coming for the first time, what Toastmasters all about. Lovely practice. Moving on, we had then after the break, table topic session handled by youthful Rahul. Rahul, lot of energy. I love the way you spoke about the table topic session, the tuxedo example. You kept it brief. I was a little wondering whether you go on a little long, but no, you really stepped on the brake pedal, not back pedal there. Good job done. Topics. How many? 14, 15? How many speakers came?
14.
15. There you go.
15.
15. Thank you for the correction. 15. That's a lot. So commendable job done. Very challenging topics, right? Before I proceed, I understand you're young, my friend. The dressing, it's like Spider-Man, Batman, or one of those jetpacks. So very nice. The tie is there, shirt is out, jeans, sneakers, new age, still by millennial. So when the topic master, they say clothes make up the man. The Shakespeare language, if you take clothes. Gentlemen, so I thought perhaps there we could. And very positive, motivating, my friend. Then you made a statement. You occupied the stage for 2 minutes. So you didn't mean that. You got to be positive. Friends, this 2 minutes here on stage could turn your life around. Occupy means you just have to stand. You can't say just stand here. But you move from I'll shoot you. So you didn't mean that, but it sounded like that to me. Topics are good, Rahul. I thought, keeping your age in mind, you were not predominantly going with these new age topics. Movies, shows, PlayStations, revenge. I'm so fortunate I was a G today, my goodness. Any of these topics, I would have been stumped. It was really challenging. I mean, there's, what's your name, Nagendra, right? Huh? I mean, he musters the courage here, Tinkle Digest. He speaks. He convinces the old man to buy the Tinkle Digest for his grandson or granddaughter. You hold the gun and say, no, I just sell the Tinkle Digest old man. I mean, no. You should do that. He sold it, I mean, you sold it, old man. He sold it. Whether his grandson buys it, neighbor's grandson, it is sold. So I thought, where have kept it? Then what is our friend, a tall gentleman who spoke on that, what's his name, my friend?
Santosh.
Santosh. Convince the museum to archive John Snow's sword. I mean, I'm born, brought up in Bengaluru, I have never seen snow. But with that topic, all of us experience snow. You're a terrific guy, Santosh. Huh? Your parents have named you rightly. It's all the snow topic, you were still happy. And after he spoke, he did a brilliant job. Slip of the tongue, see what happens, bloopers in communication. After he spoke, you know what the one line you had for him? Any museum would be proud to have you. You meant to say what as a salesman, right? Yeah. Now, let me tell you, whenever we laugh, friends, we are laughing with people, not at people. I'm sure Rahul, even though young, you got a mature head on the young shoulders, we're laughing with you, my friend, not at you. Because it's not for Rahul, it's for all of us, including me. I'm the biggest beneficiary in this learning because it's falling in my ears. And I tell people, I'll have so many blind spots, bloopers I'm making, I don't know, it's not for Rahul, it's all of us. Challenging topics, good. Just one suggestion. Where's the young lady, Dolly, over there? Ladies, how many times have you spoken in table topics, ma'am? Third time. They say third time lucky in English. Third time lady coming to table topics, sell a lady's cologne to a man. This lady, she was shivering over here. She needed cologne. So one suggestion for table topic masters. You've got to match the topic with the speaker's ability. Because it's a platform where we get confident, we improve. So when you give a topic which is extremely difficult, person might go into gesture. And I've seen members run away from the club. Table topics is the most challenging, but the most rewarding. When we take baby steps, but the steps that we're throwing, just imagine a kid doesn't know swimming. You show him the pool. The kid says, oh, 2 feet, 3 feet, pool. What does Rahul do? Take that kid from the bloody walk to the deep end, throw him and swim. Okay? Just give an analogy. So that's scary. You might want to take the toddler to the 2 feet end, right? That's one suggestion. Not for Rahul, for all of us. I've seen this happen. Tough topics. Members not yet there. Challenging. Otherwise, Rahul, I appreciate the kind of variety that you had. Right? You called a couple of guests. Good job done, my friend. Before I sign off, and let me invite the tag team.